Hey guys, it's here, and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to bring you guys a video back to another video. Now today I'm going to bring you guys a video on some legends that I'd really like to see on FIFA 17. And I asked some of you guys on Twitter last night, and lots of people did say they'd like to see the same kind of legends as the ones I've put in today's video. Now some of these players actually have links to EA, so have a really good chance of actually getting on the new FIFA. Some of them have potentially kind of leaked things about them being on FIFA. One particular one I'll talk about once I do get to him. And yeah, there are some very, very good players in today's video. Some of them have only retired recently, so we may not see them on this FIFA, but they may definitely be on one in the future. But this is just kind of a legends wish list. I've got 10 legends in total that I'd really like to see on the new game. Now the legend card design was actually leaked, and yeah, that was leaked on Twitter a couple of days ago. You should be able to see it on screen somewhere right about now, an HD rendition of that. I got that from SJ Design on Selfie. I'll leave a link in the description down below to that, where you can go and buy the same card design. It looks very, very nice. But yeah, also, this actually arrived in the post today, my brand new E2A t-shirt. This is the navy blue one, the red logo, and it's like £10, so there's a link in the description down below as well if you do want to buy any E2A merchandise. But without further ado, let's go on into the video. So the first legend is going to be David Beckham. Now, a lot of English players and English fans will think of Beckham when they think of a legend of English football. Beckham is a very, very iconic player in English football. Very, very good, obviously, on the ball. Great passing, great free kicks. If you do remember his free kick he scored against Greece, I believe, to qualify for the 2010 World Cup. But yeah, very, very good player. Amazing on the ball. Played a lot of his career at United. He did retire a couple of years ago. I predict he'd probably have around an 87, maybe an 88 rated card. He'd have amazing passing, very, very nice dribbling as well, and yeah, he'd just be a pretty good player. Aren't too many English midfielders, so he'd be a good one on FIFA 17. Next up we do have Thierry Henry, one of the top scorers in the history of the Premier League. An amazing player who played a lot of his career for Arsenal, scoring a lot of goals for Arsenal as well. Also did play for Barcelona. I believe he did win the Champions League with them. And yeah, I think he retired 2 years ago, or maybe 1 year ago. He was playing for New York Red Bulls a bit. I was in the MLS. But yeah, very, very nice card. He'd have probably a 91 rating, probably the same as kind of like Van Basten or Nistelrooy. Very, very good card. He would have very, very good pace, great dribbling as well, probably 4-star skill moves, and yeah, would just be a great card. Next up, we have one of my favourite players of all time, and that is Ronaldinho, who actually scored 5 goals playing in the International Futsal League yesterday, if you didn't know. But yeah, he would have an amazing card. I predict probably a 92, maybe a 93 rating. That would be awesome. He'd definitely have 5-star skill moves, and yeah, he'd just be an amazing card. I'm not sure if he'd be a central player or if he'd be maybe like a left winger, because he played in different places in his career, but he played at the majority of his kind of career at his peak at Barcelona. He's played for a lot of different teams though, including PSG and a lot of other teams in Brazil. Next up we do have Zinedine Zidane, one of the best players to ever play football. Won pretty much everything you could win. Now he is the manager of Real Madrid, who actually won the Champions League. So he's won the Champions League both as a player and a manager. He's won the World Cup, he's won the Euros, he has won a lot of stuff. I think he won the World Cup actually. I'm not sure if he was actually in the 1998 World Cup winning squad. Correct me if I'm wrong, but obviously he did get sent off in the 2006 final. But he'd probably have like a 92, maybe a 93 rated card with some absolutely crazy stats. Very, very good player if he did get a legend card. Next up we do have Nemanja Vidic. Now he actually retired at the end of last season. He was playing a bit for Inter Milan. He was obviously playing for United before that for the majority of his career. He was one of the best centre-backs in the whole world when he was at his peak playing for United. He was the captain of United as well. And yeah, he was so tall, he was so good in the air. He actually had a Team of the Year card back on like FIFA 12 that had 99 heading. And yeah, he really was one of the best defenders in the whole world back in like 2012, 2011. Very, very good player. Probably have like an 88, maybe an 89 rating. Next up we have Ronaldo, and this is the Brazilian Ronaldo, the striker who played a lot of his career at, I believe it was Inter Milan. And yeah, he won the World Cup with Brazil, won a lot of trophies with Brazil. Also did play a lot for Real Madrid. Probably the majority of his career was at Real Madrid. I think they had Beckham and some other big players playing kind of in the same team back in the day of like the Galacticos, an amazing Real Madrid team. Also did play obviously for Inter Milan as well. Next up we do have Puyol. Now he would again have a very, very nice card, probably like an 89 rating, maybe similar to someone like Cannavaro. He played I think all of his career at Barcelona, starting like 1998 all the way up until 2014. I think he then did retire, so played all of his career at Barcelona, and yeah, he'd be a very, very good card on the next FIFA. Next up, we do have Del Piero. Now, this guy here, he has actually been featured in a video on EA Italy's channel, so potentially he could be a legend on FIFA 17 because EA do seem to have links to him. But yeah, he'd probably have maybe an 87 rating. He played a lot of his career at Juventus, scoring a lot of goals there. And yeah, he did also play partially, like towards the end of his career, he did play in Australia and went to the Indian League, I believe, and retired 2 or 3 years ago. Next up, we do have Rogerio Ceni. Now, this guy he wasn't like an amazing goalkeeper. He played a couple of games for Brazil, but he's just kind of a club legend. If you guys didn't know, he scored over 100 goals, I believe, in his career. Played, I think, all of it for Sao Paulo in the Brazilian league. And yeah, basically, he was a goalkeeper who took penalties and free kicks. And he was very, very good at free kicks. He scored a lot of goals in his career. So if he did get a legend card, it wouldn't be the highest rated. It would probably be like 86, because I don't think they have legends lower rated than that. But he would have amazing stats. Like, you could probably play him outfield or something, just because he would have such good free kicks. He'd probably have like 93, 94 free kicks. He was an amazing free kick taker back in the day for Sao Paulo, retired a couple of years ago as well. And finally, we have Paul Scholes. This guy here, Zidane said that he was the best player in the world. And back in his prime for United, he was one of the best players in the entire world, one of the best midfielders to ever play football, to ever play in the Premier League. He was an amazing player. And yeah, I'm a Man City fan, but I can say this guy here was an absolutely outstanding player and one of the just best midfielders ever. But yeah, he would have an amazing card if he did become a legend. His passing would have been insane. Volleys as well. He was a very, very good volleyer. He would be, I think that's the word, but yeah, he would be very, very highly rated, probably like 89, maybe even 90 rated. I don't think he'd be like, even though he was one of the best midfielders in the world, well, Zidane said he was the best player in the world, I don't think he'd be like 93 or 92 rated. I think he would be kind of like maybe 90 or 89, because he didn't score a lot of goals like someone like Zidane, and it's normally the forwards that do get the higher ratings. There aren't that many high rated midfielders other than like Mateus and Hullet. So I predict he'd probably have 90, maybe 88, maybe 89, but he'd have amazing passing, he'd have pretty good shooting as well, and a decent dribbling too. He would be a very, very nice legend, and I would like to see some more English players added in as legends. I don't actually think there are many English midfielders at all who are legends. There are a lot of forwards. There's like Lineker, Shearer, Owen, Sheringham, a lot of players up front. There's quite a few in the defence as well, people like Sol Campbell and Neville, but I don't actually think there are any midfielders, which is quite annoying. So you have to play like Sheringham as a centre mid. I think I actually did that for a squad builder back on FIFA 15 once. But anyway, yeah, it would be cool if we did have a couple more kind of legend midfielders. So I think Beckham and Scholes would be really good. Del Piero would be decent. I mean, we already do have a lot of Italian forwards. He'd be a similar kind of card to someone like Inzaghi or maybe Vieri or Zola. He'd have a similar rating. Ceni would be great. We don't have that many goalkeepers, so obviously having another goalkeeper would be good, and someone who's amazing at free kicks would be awesome. There aren't that many Spanish legends at all, really. There's like Butragueño and the centre-back PIERO. There aren't really that many, so I think Puyol would be a pretty good addition. Vidic, he would be a great addition to the game, because not only would he be an amazing player, he'd be the only Serbian legend, so having some different nationalities would be cool. And I mean, he was an amazing player back in the day for United. Ronaldo, he's a must-have. He's got to be a legend at some point. I mean, now that Romario has been removed from the game, who had 5-star skills back on FIFA 14, if you didn't know, if you didn't play that game, he was a legend, but then he did get removed due to licensing. I mean, Ronaldo would probably have 5-star skills. He was a very skillful player, so having him, imagine having a strike force of Pele and Ronaldo, who'd be like 93 rated. That would be insane. So again, he'd be a great one to add. Ronaldinho, there aren't that many 5-star skillers, only Pele and also JJ Okocha, so having Ronaldinho would be amazing. I mean, everyone likes Ronaldinho. He would be an amazing player to add as a legend. However, he may have not officially retired. He's not at a club. However, he may end up like joining another team at some point, so he may not get one next year. And yeah, overall, I mean, I'd really like to see any of these players really on the game. Again, Zidane, he would be a great one. I forgot to mention him. There aren't that many French legends when it comes to kind of like attacking players. There's Perez on the wing. There's a lot of defenders. There's Desailly, there's Blanc, but really in the midfield there aren't that many. I mean, there's Vieira, but as a creative midfielder or an attacking player, there's no striker, I don't think. So Zidane could play up front. You could play him as a centre forward, a centre mid, an attacking midfielder. He'd be great. And Henry again would be a really good addition again for having a nice French legend and just having an amazing player. Like, he'd be so quick, probably have 4-star skills, really good weak foot as well, great dribbling, great shooting. So again, you could play him up front. He'd be amazing. Someone like Beckham, not sure if he'd be a central player or if he'd be on the wing, but yeah, he'd be great. And yeah, that has been my legend kind of wish list. If you do want me to do another video on these legends, then what I want you to do is comment down below 10 legends and give them a rating. So comment down below any players that you want, maybe Cruyff, people like that, and then just do a rating. So just write a list of those players, put a little rating next to them that you guys think they should have. I'll give you a shout out, put it on screen hopefully once I do a video on that. So if you guys do want to just appear in one of the videos, then definitely comment those 10 legends down below. I'll try and pick a couple of different ones from there and do another top 10 legends I'd like to see on FIFA 17. But anyway, really hope you guys have enjoyed. I know a lot of you have been enjoying the FIFA 17 content lately, so thanks a lot for the support on that. And as I said, my t-shirt, my E2A t-shirt has arrived today and it looks really cool. So if you guys do want to order one, there'll be a link in the description down below to E2A merchandise, as well as to where you can link to where you can buy the card design. It's like £1.50. Looks really cool, and it does actually look like an amazing card design in my opinion. I'm really pleased that that's hopefully going to be the one they have on FIFA 17. It looks awesome. And for those of you wondering why I don't have the card stats on these cards, it's because I didn't really want to put stats on some of these players because it would cause a lot of controversy and stuff. And some of these players I've not seen play too much, so I wouldn't really know what ratings to give them and what stats to give them. But if you guys do can think of any stats and stuff for these cards, then tell me in the comments down below. And yeah, that would be pretty cool. Maybe for the next episode I could have the card stats. Yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like on the video. 50 likes would be amazing, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care.